Let me give you the second one. The first one is the unwritten rule of possibility. The second rule is a little bit different. It's what I call the unwritten rule of capability. Now, what's capability? Possibility has to do with the project. Capability has to do with you. And essentially what you do is you go into a situation and you say to yourself, am I capable of doing that? So let me see if I can demonstrate this in a fun way, and here's what I need. I need a volunteer who is under 5'4" that would be willing to help me. Do I have anybody? Okay, give this young lady a round of applause. Come on up here. What's your name? Come on up here, Linda. Welcome. Linda, this is duct tape. Here's what I need you to do, and you do not want to kill yourself, but I'd like you to just go over to the wall there, it's cloth, and just put that as high as you can. Okay? Watch the edge there. Okay. Now, what I need you to do with this second piece, Linda, is I need you to take this piece and put it 2 feet higher than that. And I'm going to spot you because we don't want death. Can you do it? Okay. Give Linda a round of applause. You did a great job, Linda. Go ahead, grab a seat. So I have a question for you guys. My initial request for her was to put it as high as she could. Did she do that? Here's the problem. She did based on how she was thinking. You see, I didn't give her any rules. I simply said, put it as high as you can. But here's what you did, Linda. In your brain, you developed a series of unwritten rules of what you're allowed to do, what you're capable of. And here's what she heard. She heard this. Mike has said, go over here, keep my feet on the ground, jump up a little bit, and put it as high as I can. But I didn't say any of that. And yet, that unwritten rule governed her behavior. Let me give you a sort of a different example, and it's the same one, but a different level. How many of you think Linda could put one on the ceiling in here? All right, put your hands down for a second. We're going to change it a little bit. Linda, don't get your hopes up, because I'm not really going to do this, okay? Just use your imagination. If I'm standing up here right now, and I've got a wad of cash, we're going to go big. It's $1 million. And all Linda needs to do to get the money is to put one on the ceiling in here. How many of you think for $1 million she could figure out a way to put one on the ceiling in here? Okay. Yeah, we got guys over here going, I'll help, okay? What you didn't see that I thought was fascinating is before you all came in, one of these lights up here was burned out. So I don't know where it is, but back there behind the door, there's a guy that's got an extension thing that has a light bulb on it, and he goes up and he unscrews it, and all of a sudden pulls it down, and then he screws a light bulb in. And here's the thing, you don't even know that resource is there. But the difficulty is that if you start off saying, I am only capable to do this, what ends up happening is you never discover the resources. You never figure out how you could do better. How many of you in here have ever been asked to do something and somebody on your team goes like this, we can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not capable of doing that. And the point of the matter is, within your group, wherever you are, you buy into the unwritten rule of momentum. This is the way we've always done it. You buy into the unwritten rule of what's possible. And if you're not careful, you also buy into what we call the unwritten rule of what are you capable of doing. Each and every one of you can do things that you've never thought of. And the fascinating part is that when you start using your imagination, you will find that you can produce at a higher level and faster speed than you ever imagined within your team. But it all starts with how you think.